Hi there, this is Dr. Rob Cywes, the Carbaddictiondoc. I'm doing a fun episode today, and I posted a couple of pictures of my boy over here, Thabo, Thabo, one of the greatest political leaders of my home country, South Africa, Thabo Mbeki. Be that as it may, when I posted a couple of pictures of me walking my dog, and we walk every day, I got a lot of traction. So I thought about this and I said, okay, why is keto just good for me? This guy over here was domesticated along with human beings. As we came out of the jungles, as we became a human species, we brought our dogs with us. And understanding a dog's metabolism is very, very similar to ours. I'm an omnicarnivore, mostly meat-based, but I can supplement with animals. This guy is a carnivore. Dogs are carnivores, period. So look at him. He's eating his chicken with skin on it, and he's loving it. Okay? Dogs are carnivores. They are meant to eat animal products. So I'm not a vet. I'm not going to go into the science of my dog, but I'm going to give you the way that we've raised our dog and the value of the dog to me in this episode. First and foremost, in the morning when we wake up, when I'm making my coffee, my dog gets a small bowl of whole milk. He's a Ridgeback, he's a Rhodesian Ridgeback from Africa. He weighs about 140 pounds, he's a big boy. So the first thing he gets in the morning is he gets a bowl of milk. How many times a day do we feed our dog? Twice a day. No different than the number of times a human being should be eating. Human beings are designed to eat once or twice a day on an omnicarnivore diet. And go back to my episode on intermittent fasting and you will understand the rationale behind that, the ebb and flow. But dogs are no different. Once, maybe twice a day, he eats. And he'll eat until he's full, and what he doesn't eat, he'll leave alone. Why? Why does he eat enough rather than excess? Because of what I feed him. Dogs are carnivores. My dog exclusively eats animal products. He eats meat. Sometimes raw, sometimes cooked, sometimes his own, sometimes mine. And the reality is this, if you check out your stores carefully, if you look at the stores carefully, you can buy animal products for your dog to eat that is cheaper than pellets and mushed slime that they put in a can and feed to our dogs. You can go, I go to Publix, from time to time they'll have chicken hearts, they'll have kidneys, they'll have giblets. That's what my dog eats. Right now, he's eating chicken, and actually he never snacks. That's purely for the purpose of this podcast. But my dog is a carnivore. And something I learned from people online, the best bones to give a dog are raw bones. They don't fracture, they don't splinter, they're great for his dental health. So my dog gets raw bones on a regular basis, not every day. He gets a carnivore meal, sometimes eggs, a little bit of cheese every now and then, but mostly animal products, whether it's fish, chicken, meat, and it's dirt cheap to buy. He typically eats for under $2 to $3 a day, and at 140 pounds, he eats a ton of food. I can find it, I can buy it, I can get it. He eats offal, he eats all organ body parts, and they're often cheaper. Now this particular dog doesn't like liver, so I have to camouflage his liver, but he eats everything else. I love the liver. So he's a carnivore, I feed him a carnivore diet, and it's the single healthiest thing that he can have. But just like with human beings, equally important to this guy is his mental health. And his mental health comes from engagement with other dogs, with humans. They love that. It makes them feel good. We have a great relationship that gives to him and, more importantly, gives to me. But it goes both ways. It's bidirectional. He's got some toys he plays around with. You notice he doesn't have a collar. He doesn't wear any chains in the house. Neither do I. No jewelry. I don't need the constraints. Now, if you do, that's fine, but he doesn't have to wear anything. And he's a pretty darn well-trained dog. Not very smart because he's a Ridgeback, trained to hunt lions, but he's still very, very loving and gives me a huge amount of emotional relaxation. The other side that I use him with and that we have a mutual relationship with is every day, 2 or 3 times a day, we go for a walk or a run. Doesn't matter how long or how far, but we get out there and we run and we play and we bounce around. He loves it, I love it, it's part of my physical activity. And on that walk, while he's sniffing and pooping and peeing, I'm relaxed, I'm feeling proud of the fact that early morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, we're out for our walk. And in that relaxed state, my conscious brain can dissipate, it disappears. And into that wonderful space of time and effort that's required on the walk, up bubbles from my subconscious some of the issues, some of the stuff that's causing me emotional tension. And because I'm relaxed, because I'm feeling great with myself, because I'm having fun with Doge, I can process through or let go some of that emotional tension. So that by the time I've come back from the walk, number one, I'm proud of myself. Number two, I've had an endorphin rush from the exercise. And number three, I've come to terms with, connected with and processed and either let go of or come up with a game plan of dealing with some of the issues that are driving my emotional needs. And he's done the same thing. Don't think a dog, even a silly one like my Ridge over here, not very smart, but they have emotional tension. They have stuff. Well, if you've got that yappy dog, if you've got that shy, that's anxiety, just like humans. That's depression. Dogs have exactly the same emotions and can benefit from exactly the same methodology as humans to get rid of those emotional needs. And if you do it together, human and dog, the two of you become the greatest team in terms of dealing with your emotions. So feed your dog a ketogenic, a carnivore diet. A keto carnivore diet. You can eat some vegetables from time to time, but don't feed your dog even if it says grain-free, it's still got a bunch of plant-based crap that dogs do not eat. They'll swallow it, but their intestine is not happy with it, and it makes them sick and it makes them miserable. Feed them meat, feed them animal products, don't feed them garbage. That's filler food that the manufacturers use to fill what they call food with so that they can make greater profits. If you're smart, if you're savvy, you can get real food, real meat, real carnivore for your dog. And if you migrate more and more toward the carnivore side yourself, guess what? That's what we human beings are designed to do, particularly the higher fat products. And if we eat the same way, we can be equally healthy, mind and body. So stay away from the conventional dog foods, that brown slime that they put in a can and call dog food. It's basically crystal meth for dogs. Stay away from the pellets because, again, they're pills. They look like darn pills. It's crystal meth for your dog. How good is that? Feed him real food. Feed yourself real food or her. And finally, make sure that you vaccinate and medicate your dog. Vaccinate and medicate your dog. You do not want them to get the parasites from the environmental dogs. Let them play with other dogs safely. Give them self-esteem and self-confidence through what they do, just like you do for yourself. That's what pets are about. I'm his pet and he's mine. We are our greatest friends. And that gives us emotional resilience, emotional buoyancy, and the health comes from our carnivore diet. I'd love to get feedback. Criticism? No. Share your dog stories. And if you'd like to consult, not about dogs, but about yourself, a carnivore ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, how to deal with diabetes, obesity, text us to get an appointment to 561-517-0642. And please look at other episodes on my Carbaddictiondoc channel on YouTube. Hope this resonates.